we already registered right earlier, so we can maintain multiple templates. Go to your XML publisher responsibility, and here is the place here, home. Then directly I'm going to templates, and you search with your template name. This one. So there are many things. Right? This I think we registered today. Okay. You use the same data definition. Go to templates, create another template here. So on single report, we are maintaining multiple templates. You can create template. Then just simply I'm mentioning as a 2, and here also 2. Data definition. This is an existing data definition, and application name. Go to browse here, and here is the place. So whatever the template you created, you can upload it. For example, second template. Okay. Use the same template, doesn't matter here. Then this template is designed in English language. Apply. So if you search templates on a same data definition, it should show here 2 templates. Report is only 1. So if it is giving error like this means, with this there may be some extensions, some other templates are there, like this, some other data definition. So if you see such criteria is error, it have multiple values here. Click on go. There are 2 templates here. Now the requirement here is, so whenever we select a concurrent program, it has to default the layout here. So simply we can say point number 7, is it? Or 6. Defaulting template in XML publisher. So this is the subheading here. Okay. Defaulting template. What it means? What it means here is, if you go to application here, whenever you are submitting at SRS window, standard request submission window. Okay. Your report number here. So report number 1 or 2, I'm not sure, but I'm just selecting here. Okay. It is picking a second layout, right? We have 2 layouts. So one layout is ITM AP invoices, other layout is 2. If you want to change it again, users has to go here and they need to click on this, like this. Click on OK. It's difficult every time for the user. If they are submitting 10-15 times every day, then they need to go here again, options, and they need to choose here. There are multiple templates. Select here, click on OK. These are all additional steps. So the moment we select a concurrent program, it has to pick always the first layout or always the second layout, whatever. So for this one, setup is required here. So we need to go to system administration. Go to system administration. So we have 2 responsibilities here. One is system administrator, other one is administration. So go to administration, concurrent programs, and choose search with a concurrent program here. So here is the place, concurrent program. Click on go. So you have to click on update here. Click on update, and there is option here, on-site setting tab. So this is the one here, on-site setting. Click on this. So we have multiple templates. Which one you would like to populate as a default? That we need to select over here. For example, always first one. Okay. You can make a priority also here, but right now that's fine. So you choose the template here. Click on apply. So once changed, then you can close or OK. Okay, close window. So this is not related to your error, your program error. Close window. Go to your payables and search. select your program. You can submit that. We whenever you select your program name, okay, this is a program name, report number 2. So it is picking the always the layout. Even though it has 10 layouts, out of 10 layout, one layout will be defaultingly populated. So that is a heading here. The heading is what it is, defaulting template in XML. So what is the use of this is, this is the main template and this is another template which they will use rarely. Second one they will use rarely. This is more frequently they will use. So at that time we have to definitely need to make a defaulting template. So is that clear? I'll show you one more time navigation. Go to system, administration. After that, concurrent, programs. Search with your program name or short name or application name, whatever. So right now we copied already program name, click on go. We need to click on update here. So we have to go to on-site settings. There we can choose a priority of the template. So right now I changed priority to other template. Close window. It is changed automatically. It is picking the second layout. We have changed it, correct? So are you okay with this point? It's fine. Now next is refer master record into detail block. This is also important. So whatever I'm telling, all the points are important in work-wise as well as interviews. Okay, if you don't understand, let me know. Refer master record into the detail block. What it means here is, so right now only one group here. If you want to divide this into multiple groups, simply you can drag and keep it over here. So I'm dividing into 2 groups here. It's very easy. Division is very easy. Just drag and drop. Click on this second field and keep it over here. You have to drag, so it's not working. Wait. Okay. Type lookup code is not related to suppliers. Suppliers I'm keeping into one group and invoices I'm keeping to other group like this. So this is the master group and this is the detail group. Why we divided here is one supplier may have 100 invoices. So at that moment, supplier we have to keep into one group and detail into other group here. That's called as a master and detail. Okay. One supplier may have multiple invoices, maybe more than one, we can say. So click on this. Go to file. Connect. 1 minute. How to generate the tags from here is, you can go to file here, generate to file. Then after that, there is an option here, XML. So if you don't want to generate from here, you can, as usual, you can keep into server and you can restart the program. Right now it is just for testing only. I'm using this. master detail tag. I connect to the database and generate the file. Now use that particular file, RTF file. Anyway, layout is changed, right? So I'll use a blank template only. Click on this blank document. Data, load XML data. Check master detail here. This is the one we generated the tags. Then you can use still here. Insert all fields. If you are using all the fields, go to insert all fields. The whole layout will be designed very quickly. Okay, then next is preview. Anything, Excel, HTML. Let's say I'm using Excel. We'll have to put here the template name. I'm just renaming to master detail. You can see the output here. Correct, like this. Okay. Now we'll be able to tell here this invoice, for example, this invoice. It belongs to which supplier? You need to scroll up or scroll down and find out where it is started. You may not aware. So that is the reason why user will ask you refer the supplier data also over here. Okay. Just go to RT again. And I'm adding another field here. So to expand this, you can use here split cells. Click on OK, and here also split cells. Right click, split cells, and you can insert here field. See, insert. There is option here field. If you want to add any other column which are all available from here, you can simply insert. Like this. Supplier name. Click on preview field. This is how you can see. Now, if you notice one thing here, supplier name is not populated here, correct? It's not populated, right? So this is where actually our concept is required. That concept is referring master record into the detail block. Right now, master is what it is in this output. Master is supplier, correct? Detail is invoice details. So to refer that, what we can do, first we have to understand the hierarchy here. How many levels above it is? You can go to insert, field. Right now you are in a detail group. This is a detail group. It is 2 levels above here. So 1 and then 2. This is a hierarchy here. 2 levels above means we have to put 2 dot slashes. You need to keep here in front of it dot slash. Then again second one also dot slash only. 2 levels above it is. Click on OK. Then preview PDF. Definitely it will give the data now. like this. So wherever you go now, supplier name will be there. Whatever the page it is, approximately 742 pages is there, right? So this is where every time taking time in testing, you don't need to generate this much output. Okay. Go to report builder. These are all time consumption, right? I'll use only 2 suppliers. That's enough. Again, I'm generating XML. New master detail. Now it is better, right? At least 400 pages, correct? So that's about the referring master record into the detail block. Okay. Now next is, if you see a credit here, credit, you need to display as a credit note or credit memo or credit number, whatever. The value, whatever you're saying, you have to replace in displaying. Okay. In the SQL terminology, we can use a decode. In PLSQL also, or SQL, PLSQL both, case is there, right? Decode and case. Similar functionality here also. Choose when, otherwise is there syntax. I'll just keep first, and then after that I'll tell you how to type it. This is a syntax. It's just a if then else logic, kind of. So first we are choosing. Okay. We are choosing column name. If type is equal to standard, then display invoice number. If type is equal to credit, credit number. If not, then display as it is. Okay. This is a small piece of code we have to use. These are all XML language code it is. Whatever I'm showing you, this is XML language. The syntax and all, I'll share it with you. First, what you have to do in this type lookup code, keep it over here. So if you notice here, it is missed, right? Correct? End when, but here end one is not properly ended. Syntactically, it is wrong actually. So what you can do, if you don't find a space over here, you need to go to help key here. Status bar will have a limited space, so you can go to help key and paste over here. See, it is fully pasted. Choose first, then when condition, otherwise. One problem is there with the codes. Whatever the codes are there here, this not recognized. I'll show you in the notepad. That is better. So do you see there is a difference here between this and this? Correct? These are all things will change. So I'm just using like this. Any other if okay, that's fine. This is not needed. Colon not needed. Otherwise, you'll feel that it is a syntax. Okay. Copy this whole syntax. Paste it over here. Preview output. It's not firing properly, correct? It is simply saying wherever there is a credit, it should display as a credit number, right? Go to notepad here. Anything is missed. There is a space. Did you observe your space? No, no space. This one. In XML language, it's a case sensitive. Spaces also will create a problem. Right. Anything? Spaces? Right, correct. This one is okay. So the space should not be there in between the angular bracket question mark. Outside you may have, no worries. Okay. Like this is a space. So whenever you are copying and pasting, then definitely you may get issues like that. Okay, why it is not firing is column name is what it is, invoice type lookup code, but we took as a simply type. Column name itself is wrong, correct? What you have to do is you use this invoice type lookup code column name in this place. Okay. And here also. Copy this. Do you see? This is the original credit, but we replaced as a credit number. And in the same way, invoice also we have to check. Everywhere invoice is there, right? Scroll down only, that is better. Yeah. This is debit is what it is. It's not even credit or normal. It's a otherwise condition failed, fired here. So otherwise we can display as a invoice number. And if it is a standard, we display as a invoice number. So this is the way we can use here. Syntax is very simple, guys. You can see simply first. We have to use here first type it. Choose option. That is, we'll remove it so that. Okay, choose. Then after that, end choose. Choose and end choose. We have to end it in between what we are doing. Angular brackets as well as question mark. When column name. What is the column name? Colon is a bind reference. It's for reference. Type lookup code. It's a column name actually. Type lookup code is equivalent to what is the value? Value is standard. That is equivalent to we are printing as an invoice number. And as we started a tag when tag, then we need to end it. How to end it? Simply end when. This is a condition. There should not be a space. This space, maybe they're not a problem. And second condition is copy and paste. Instead of standard, what you have to do? We need to use credit. If it is a credit number, credit memo or credit number, we can type it. And when. If other than these two, there is one more condition. What is that? Otherwise, right? Otherwise, colon. Otherwise, what you would like to display? I would like to display as it is. Whatever it has, the value. that value must be enclosed in the angular brackets. This is a standard syntax for XML and end otherwise. So in the starting, it is starting, and here we are ending here itself. It's just like if then else logic only, right? End otherwise. This is a syntax only, we copied and pasted. Is that clear? Yeah, that's okay. Just roughly I mentioned here. So when type lookup is equals so and so value, then display it. If other than these two, then whatever you mentioned here, that has to display. It is like a in SQL language, in SQL, there is a decode, correct? In PLSQL also, you could have heard about this case. Same functionality in XML language. Same functionality. Okay. Are you okay with this? Yeah. Yeah, the reason is type lookup code means whatever the value it has. Sometimes it may be a debit. See, we have various types of invoices, right? Okay, go here. Go to payables. Yeah, we are in a payables only. Go to invoices. Entry invoices. Here is a place, the type lookup code. We have many. So I just mentioned about only standard invoice, credit memo invoice, and debit memo, expense report, prepaid. There are so many, but we may not use all this. So if you want to use only debit memo, credit memo standard, then 3 conditions enough. But we may not sure, right? Like return and release if they want it by mistake. So at that time, as it is, we are displaying in the form of that particular syntax here. It's a column syntax, it is. Okay. Instead of static value, this is a static value. Invoice number is a static, credit number is a static. Instead of these two, I am mentioning as a column name to display the value. Okay. Now, next point. I close that particular file, right? Last 13 file. Eighth point is what it is. When choose otherwise. This is a syntax. Next is running totals. Another summary column. So to display a summary column, what we can do, you keep the cursor over here at the end of the row. Keep the cursor, enter. It will give you a new row. And to display the invoice amount, you go to insert here, field. There is a summation for invoice amount. Calculation is some function here, sum. So other functions also will use mostly, but right now I'm using sum on invoice amount, sum of invoice amount. If you see the syntax also inside of it, double click, you see sum automatically taken. Sum of invoices, complete invoices for this particular supplier. Okay, go to preview. Go to last, you can come to know. Last. This is the summation. Okay. If you want to take only 2 digits here instead of the rest of the digits. Okay, usually number format will be here 1000 indicator or group separator is required, right? So that group separator is not at all there here. So we have to take that also. Click on this. You can write a syntax here. Format hyphen number colon, this tag, and semicolon, your group separator here, or 999, then group separator, then 99, decimal, D for decimal, and then 99. So this is how we can take a number format here. Let's see the output first. If not good, then we have other options also. Control N for last 654 pages output it is. You can see the pages. Do you see? It is properly inserted the separators here. If you want to use other separator, then there is option here. In XML Publisher Administrator, there is a user guide available here. User guide. Okay. You can go through the user guide whenever you get a time. Here itself, when you are even in your system only, it will be available. Do you see? This is the one syntax. Format hyphen number colon. Your field name is what it is. It is invoice amount, correct? And then semicolon. After that, 999, group separator 999, decimal 99. I think we missed one thing. Yeah, 119 is missed, is it? For every 3 digits, it has to put a separator. It is. I think it is correct. Okay, this is the whenever you're taking a summary column, definitely format hyphen number is required here. Is that okay? The next point here is we'll take another column, amount related column, so that I can show you some calculations. AIA dot amount paid. There's another column I have introduced. One is invoice amount, other one is amount paid. If you are generating invoice amount for $5,000, if you are paying for 3,000, then subtraction or addition, whatever required. Go to file, generate file, then XML here. I'm going to explain you running totals. Now the next point is what is running totals. 10th point. First, introduce one more column here. I'm removing this column because I already explained you. Go to data, load XML data. This is the file. These are all practice related files. So you have to be careful while practicing. How to insert a field? You can go to insert field. Once you create a table, then you can keep adding the fields here. Field. Then here is the place, amount paid. Do you see another column came here? And calculation, what you have to do? Come here. We have to take in the next line. Just copy paste on. Actual field, we can keep it here. For amount paid. So for this, not required summation, only for this is a total field, right? That's why I have to here. Review PDF. Go to last. If you see here, there is a error. It is not giving properly. This field is giving, but this field is not giving output here. So whenever you take a summary columns, you should not have a null values. So somewhere there are null values in this second field. Do you see here? Null value. So because of this null value, it is giving error. So to avoid it, what you can do, there is a field here, value if null. So what we can do, we can go with a 0, or else if you don't want to change all this, then NVL is there, right? NVL function, do you know NVL? Null value. Yeah, NVL, null value of. If amount paid is null, we are going to replace with 0. NVL is a function here. And alias name is also required. Again, I'm overwriting that file. Generate file XML. Load the file here. This is the file. You will not get now NAN. NAN means not a number. Usually you will get that particular error while doing a summation. If you have any null values, we'll get that issue. Here. It's not giving correct error. It is giving the output right now. So now I need to display the summation of this field and this field value plus this field value and display over here. That is called as a dynamic total, or we can say running total. Why we are saying running total means there are so many suppliers here. So GE Plastic is there, and after that, one more GE is there. Another supplier. Better put a title over here. Vendor name. You will get more interest whenever you are doing practice. Vendor name. I search with the underscore. Sorry. Okay. This amount is different here, 2,65,000 something, correct? And if you go to the last, this amount is different, 95,000 something, or whatever it is appearing here. That's why at runtime it has to calculate for every supplier. We'll call it as a running totals. So how to do a running total here is, you can go to this sum of invoice amount, we'll take it into one variable. And this sum of amount paid will take it into another variable. So how we can take into another variable is there is a function here. The function name is xdo xslt. So these are all built-in functions. xdo xslt, then one more xdo fx. Okay, these are all the built-in functions to calculate something. So we have already user guide here, right? I'm advising you, just whenever you have a time, definitely go through it. You will get to know some new things also. I'm going to search right now, running total. This Oracle defined user guide. Clicking on this control button, go to this. This is the syntax. Do you see this one? XDO, XSLT, set variable, and then $_ XDO CTX, and this is the variable name, and you are allocating a column value here. So by using this, set variable and get variable is also required. If you look at here, get variable, XDO XSLT colon get variable, $_ XDO CTX. These are all part of syntaxes. We cannot do anything. We have to keep it here. Okay, there are two things here. Set variable is a set variable. Other one is get variable. Set is to initialize a value. Get is to see the output. Is that okay? Copy paste the same syntax. What I will do, I'll just include you. Typing, please avoid, because XML is case sensitive language. You have to copy paste in the company also. This is the syntax. I'll explain here itself. Okay. XDO XSLT colon set variable. Till here I showed you already, and I'm taking a variable here. This A is a variable. Everyone can understand C is equal to A plus B. That's why I took. But in the company and all or any other RTF, you take some variable like invoice amount variable, then here outstanding amount variable, and here total, like that. Any meaningful name. So C is equal to A plus B, it's easily understandable. That's why I took. If you take inside also, no one will object you, but better use any variable, proper variables. We have two variables here, correct? One is sum of invoice amount, and other variable, other field, yeah, amount paid it is. I'm using amount paid. Here some other value is there. Now set variable is to allocate a value to the variable A, and in the same way amount paid is also to allocate variable to B. Then, and we are initializing C by getting the output from A and B. How to get the output is, as I already mentioned, that is get variable. So you just remember set variable, get variable. No need to remember all the syntaxes. And copy this. 999. First 999, then after that groups operator, again 999. D for dot decimal. You use this entire syntax. All the syntaxes that definitely I'll give you. You can practice. I'm using here at this particular place. You can merge cells. Now there is no field right here. The text field is not available here. See the shaded region. Better what you can do, you can insert any field. I'm just inserting like this. And later I'll remove that. Okay, it is not allowing to modify also, right? Default text. What I can do, I will enable right away. You can go to Word options. Here is a place, add-ins or advanced. So I need to search there. Just give me 1 sec. They will change version to version. Okay, yeah. Customize. It is available in the customize. These are all the popular commands, but I would like to use all commands here. There is a text form field. You type as a text. See, these are all the properties. One time only you have to enable, even in your laptop also. Text form field. You just search. This is the one. Okay. This you have to add up here. The moment you click on apply, it will appear over here. That is a shaded region here. If you want to take any new field, then this is the option here. Okay. Do you see here? AB. It's how to enable this one. Go to start button here. After that, word options. The next is customize. Then you have to search. Instead of popular commands, we have to use all commands. Find out, move it here. Okay. This is one-time job. So now I can easily click on this shaded region. I can take any new column here. Click on this, add help text, paste it over here. So if you notice, see, something is missed, correct? Then in that case, I need to take another shaded region. Two parts here. Syntax, it's fully occupied, right? Now this portion is missed. These are all not that much difficult. You are seeing very new, right? That's why you may face problem. Like all the syntaxes you never seen, format number, XDO, XSLT. You practice today. Definitely will feel happy. Do you see here? This how it is appearing is this amount we are assigning to variable A, this amount we are assigning to variable B, and this addition we are assigning to C. That C is the output it is. C is equal to A plus B. Okay. That's about the running totals. So we are stopping here, guys. All are tired, I know. So today what we discussed as of now, just summary. Defaulting template. How to do a defaulting? Which responsibility? System administration on-site setting tab. That is the shortest answer. How to refer a master record to the detail block? We have to use dot slash here. Okay. So how many dot slashes is based on the hierarchy? You will come to know. So when choose otherwise is it's like a decode case kind of thing, if then else logic. And summary column is obviously we have to use a function here, that is sum function. And one more point, that is NaN stands for not a number. So what in which cases you will get this is whenever there is a null value. And running totals how to achieve is XDO functions. These are all XML publisher functions. XDO, XSLT. These are all ready-made, guys. Nothing to worry. Set variable, XDO, XSLT, get variable. Only for this XML publisher, they built all these functions. Till now, 10 points got 10 are important. There are 5 more points, very important. Then later, small points, many are there. approximately 36 points are there. Okay. Now you will be a master in XML publisher if you learn all these 35. Okay. Any queries? I'm closing the session now. Can you recall before the 6 points what are the points we discussed? Revision is important. So first what we did, XML publisher, data template based report, right? Second one is what it is? Submitting layout from PLSQL. Next is XML publisher report based on RDF reports. Today only we covered. The next is 2 points missed. What are they? What is that? Correct. Correct. Data model errors. And one more is layout model errors. At least titles you have to remember. Titles and small points. Anyway, these are all practically, I'm giving all the templates, questions, everything. In the next class, we'll see multi-language subtemplate. Okay. Then what else? Conditional formatting. We'll see all those. Okay. All are very important. Matrix report, we'll see. Matrix representation, row-wise, column-wise output. Most probably these 4 points we'll see in the next class. All are important, that's why. Small points we'll cover later. First, we'll give priority to important topics. Okay, guys, thank you. So after XML, we'll start P2P again. P2P cycle is pending, right? Any doubts?